Guys, it's Connor Crumb here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you my Green Bay Packers 2020 NFL season predictions. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Green Bay Packers team is a pretty good team. I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones, and you also have Davante Adams there on the offensive side of the ball. Then on the defensive side of the ball, you have Kenny Clark on the D-line, and in my opinion, he is a top 5 defensive lineman in the league. And then you also have Adrian Amos there and Jaire Alexander as defensive backs. That's pretty good for the Packers. So this team was looking really good heading into the 2020 NFL season. Week 1, the Green Bay Packers will play the Minnesota Vikings. And I think this will be a great way for both the Vikings and the Packers to start off the season, since they're both playing a great team. And I really like the Vikings. They have a tough schedule, as every team does in the NFC. So I think the Packers and the Vikings game will be a very entertaining game. And this one is in Minnesota. But I do like the Packers just a little bit more on the offensive and defensive side of the ball than the Vikings. So I do think the Packers will win. But it's going to be very close, probably around one touchdown or even a field goal game. So I'm really excited for this Week 1 matchup. Green Bay Packers are headed home to play the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions are a pretty good team. I think they are very underrated. And they have had some pretty good games against the Packers, especially last year. But I do think the Packers will win this one, just because I think they are a little bit better. And I think Aaron Jones will kind of put this one away in the fourth quarter. So that's why I think the Packers will win this game against the Lions. Packers got to travel to New Orleans and play the New Orleans Saints. And this is going to be a rough game, especially because they are in New Orleans. And this Saints team is amazing. They have a great chance to make the Super Bowl, so I think the Saints will win here, as the Packers do get their first loss of the season, and they are now 2-1. Very unfortunate to get their first loss against the Saints, but they are a good team, so they can't be too upset. They're trying to rebound from their loss and play the Atlanta Falcons. Unfortunately, they are home in this game, which will give them a pretty big advantage, and I am not a big fan of the Atlanta Falcons just because Todd Gurley is not the same. I don't think he'll be great. And Julio Jones is starting to get a little older. I think you'll see a little regression from him this year. So I think the Packers get this one done. I think Aaron Jones does way better than Todd Gurley, and I think Aaron Rodgers will do a lot better than Matty Ice. The Packers, Week 5 bye week. They go to Tampa Bay to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been struggling up to this point in Week 6. So I kind of think they'll rebound a little bit and win this game. So the Packers do get their second loss on the season. To the hands of Tom Brady, and with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Rob Gronkowski there. I think that'll be entertaining, but the Packers do lose this one. Packers still on the road have to play the Houston Texans. But the Houston Texans did lose DeAndre Hopkins. That defense isn't amazing. It's better, but it isn't amazing. And Deshaun Watson, I don't think, can carry this whole team against the Green Bay Packers. So the Packers do win another one. I think that offense of the Green Bay Packers will shred. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. A very entertaining one, but the Packers do win. Now the Packers got to go play the Minnesota Vikings. But this shouldn't be too much of a concern to them because they did beat them in Week 1. I know it was only by a touchdown, but they did beat them in Week 1. So that is really good for the Packers when you're going into this game. So they'll probably win, and I think they will win because they have home field advantage now. They're in Lambeau, so I think this should be an easy win for the Green Bay Packers. The Packers got to go on the road and play the San Francisco 49ers. And the San Francisco 49ers gave them so many problems in the running game last year, so I don't think they have any chance this year because that 49ers running game is still so good. So the 49ers get this one done. The Packers fall to 5-3, kind of struggling now. Some are a little concerned about how A-Rod's playing and if this could be his last year with the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers get to go home and play the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think that Jacksonville Jaguars will lose terribly to the Green Bay Packers. And now everyone's saying, oh, A-Rod's fine. He'll last another 4 years probably. So nothing for Aaron Rodgers to worry about, as they probably win by close to 20 or 30 points. Packers now kind of overconfident here. Got to go on the road and play the Indianapolis Colts. And I think the Indianapolis Colts are a little underrated. They're a pretty good team. I think Phillip Rivers and T.Y. Hilton will be a great duo together. And with DeForest Buckner there, that will be a problem because DeForest Buckner did hurt them a lot last year with the 49ers. So I think the Colts get this one. And the Packers are not looking great to make the playoffs, but if they start winning a lot, they could do it. They're 6-4, heading back to Lambeau Field to play the Bears. And I don't think the Packers should be very concerned here because the Bears are a good team, but they are at home. So I think that gives them a little bit of an advantage to win. It might be a different story in Chicago, but since they're at home, they will win this game. The Packers are still in Lambeau, but they do got to play the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're coming off a big win. So they should feel pretty confident here, and I think this will be a really good game, a one-touchdown game, just like the last game against the Bears. I think this will be very entertaining, but I do think the Packers will get this one done, and they will get their 8th win of the season, propelling them to 8-4. Packers are in Detroit playing their division rival, the Lions. And you know how they had problems last year? I think they will have even a bigger problem, as I do think they will lose this game to the Detroit Lions, which really shouldn't happen, but the Detroit Lions catch them off guard, and the Packers are kind of scrambling, not knowing if they will make the playoffs now. Packers are 8-5, and they're trying to get into the playoffs. They're trying to stay safe and not having to worry about Week 17 against the Bears. And what they do is they go play the Panthers in Lambeau, and they get another win on the season, propelling them to 9-5. Not as concerned anymore, but they really need to win next week. Packers are now against the Tennessee Titans, who had a Cinderella story last year, to say the least. The Titans really did well last year, but I don't think Ryan Tannehill can do what he did last year. Maybe Derrick Henry can do what he did last year, but I don't think Ryan Tannehill can do it. So the Packers do win another one, and they are in good shape at 10-5. Last game decides the division and could possibly decide if the Bears don't make the playoffs. Because if the Bears lose this game, then they don't make the playoffs. If the Packers lose, then they are fine. They still make the playoffs. So they are guaranteed to make the playoffs. So they're probably not even starting players, but if they really want to win this division, then they will. And I think that's what they do. But I think the Bears just fight really hard and win this game over the Green Bay Packers. Packers lose the division to the Bears, but they are still 10-6. They are the 7th seed in the playoffs. So they are looking pretty good, making the playoffs, but they are 7th seed, so that's not that great in terms of the place you are in the playoffs. But that will do it for this video. The Packers go 10-6, make the playoffs. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!